Hi, thanks for watching this how-to video on the United States of Homelessness interactive tool. I'm Chloe Stein, a Principal Policy Analyst with the Institute for Children, Poverty, and Homelessness. Let's jump right in. To access the United States of Homelessness, go to our website, icphusa.org. From there, you can click on Research, Interactive Data, and scroll down to the United States of Homelessness. When you scroll down, you'll come to our interactive tool. There's a national map showing the percent growth in the number of total homeless students in each state from school year 13-14 to school year 16-17. If you're curious about the sheer number of homeless students in each state, simply click the button on the right-hand side to change the map view. Now, let's say you're interested in different subgroups of homeless students. Below the map, there are 8 different subcategories of homeless students to choose from. Click on the one that most interests you. Let's say right now we're interested in doubled up homeless students. The shading on the map as well as the graph below will change. If you're interested in this graphical representation of all the states, you'll see a chart that easily allows you to compare different states. For example, we can see here that Washington, D.C. saw the largest increase in the number of doubled up students identified. And we see that Delaware had the largest decline. Beyond the ability to customize what you see on the map, another cool feature is that if you hover over the states, you can see the number of homeless students that fall into the subgroup selected, as well as the change over time in that subgroup. Now, let's say you're a school administrator in Florida and you're interested in more school district level data. If you click on Florida, a new page will pop up with more state-specific data. At the top of the page, we see some overall statistics on the number of homeless students in Florida. This link, for state rankings of accountability for homeless students, will bring you to an ICPH infographic that ranks each state on its identification of homeless students. So this map has similar capabilities to the national map in that you can choose a subgroup of homeless students to explore, as well as toggle the view between percent growth and the number of homeless students. When you hover over a school district, you can see how that school district's homeless student population has changed over the 4 years in each subgroup. While most states have unified school districts, some also have elementary and secondary districts. These districts frequently overlap one another, making it difficult to see all school districts at once on a map. For the states that have multiple types of school districts, we have a drop-down menu on the upper left-hand corner that allows the user to select which type of district they want to view. However, since Florida only has unified school districts, that menu does not appear. Now, let's say we're interested in homeless students living in shelter. When we click on that filter, not only will the map change, but the graphs below it will also change to reflect that subgroup. On the first chart on the left-hand side, right away, we can see that rural areas in Florida saw the largest increase in the number of homeless students living in shelter. In fact, when we hover over the bar, we can see the number of homeless students in shelter in rural Florida over the past 4 years. The bubble chart to the right of that graph shows a regional comparison, meaning that it compares the number of homeless students living in shelter in Florida to the number of sheltered students in other southern states. The size of the bubble represents the size of that state's sheltered student population. When we hover over Florida's bubble, we can see that sheltered students in Florida make up about 17% of sheltered students in the South. If you're interested in seeing the growth in different subgroups of Florida's homeless population, you can use this chart below. For Florida, we can see that homeless students with limited English proficiency saw the largest increase over this 4-year period. If we hover over this bar, we can see the numbers of homeless students for the past 4 years who were limited English proficient, as well as how Florida's growth in homeless students with limited English proficiency compares with the national average. So at about 36%, we can see that the rate of growth of Florida's limited English proficient homeless student population is over 2.5 times that of the national average. Thank you so much for checking out the United States of Homelessness. We at ICPH hope it's helpful in informing the important work that you do for homeless students around the country.